Mom. Thank you. So, yeah, so today, since it's Easter week, I thought we'd have to involve some chocolate. And I've asked you all just have a little piece of chocolate ready, or if it's too early for chocolate for you, then a little piece of fruit. Yeah, never too early for me either. So a little piece of fruit or chocolate. Make sure it's in a wrapper. It's got to be wrapped with something, even if you've only just wrapped a piece of paper around it. Okay, so put that to one side. Don't let it melt in your hand with anticipation. We're just going to keep that at the end. So I'm just going to mute everybody, but first of all, is everybody okay this morning? No particular.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So let me just mute everyone. And we're going to start in the seated position. So come down to a comfortable seat. Let's get that up on screen. So our theme this week is sun salutations. So I'm going to take you through Sun Salutation A. We're saluting the sun, trying to encourage it to come out today. And also finishing with our chocolate meditation. So find yourself a comfortable seat. So it's always a good idea, sit on the block. And just take a moment to scan through your body, just feeling how is the body feeling this morning? Where are there areas of tension? Just bringing yourself into this seat might bring some areas of tension. So ease yourself in. If you're not quite ready to sit cross-legged, then just allow your legs to come out in front of you. And try and relax your shoulders. So allow them to slide down your back. And we're going to hold a mudra as we're sitting here. So this mudra is called Sun Seal, Surya mudra. And to do it, we take our ring finger and we place the ring finger at the root of the thumb, and then use the thumb just to hold that ring finger in place. And then the other fingers are all just extending out. So we do that on both hands, holding the ring finger to the root of the thumb. And then place the backs of your hands on your thighs. So find that long, straight spine, sitting up straight and tall. Your chin is parallel to the floor. And close your eyes. Just allow everything to settle. Just taking a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. So use that exhalation to allow everything to release. We start our classes like this, breathing and relaxing, to encourage our muscles to come into that state of relaxation, to prepare them ready for the asanas that we're going to do. Relaxed muscles will move much more freely. So after you feel that you've settled your breath, start to introduce your Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breath is when we close the back of the throat very slightly. If you want to get into that breath, you can just take your hand in front of your face. Keep your mudra in place, that's okay. Just hold the hand in front of your face and imagine that it's a mirror. And as you breathe out with your mouth open and fog against that mirror, that feeling. And then close your mouth, place your hand back in your lap and try and recreate that feeling with your mouth closed. So it's that a little bit sort of a pushful feel with your exhalation And you can do the same on your inhalation. So drawing in that slight closure at the back of the throat. Breathing out. Channeling your Darth Vader. So as we sit here and we hold this mudra, we're bringing together the ring finger, which represents earth, and the thumb, which represents fire. And the root of the thumb represents our drive in life and creative powers. So bringing these two elements together is said to burn fat and lower cholesterol, and it has a cleansing activity in your body. There's a practice in yoga called Kriya, K-R-I-Y-A, Kriya. And this is one of the mudras that we do when we're practicing this cleansing Kriya yoga. So it's used for inspiration, to counter lethargy in your body and mind, and just get us started for our practice this morning. So with your eyes closed, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, Ujjayi breathing. Just see if you can visualize the light of the morning sun. We'll try and conjure it up before we come into our sun salutations. A few more deep breaths here. And then let go of your Ujjayi breath. Just allow your breath to return to normal. And release your mudra. Just allow the backs of your hands to rest on your thighs. Your fingers are all open now. And then very slowly take yourself into a supine position. So lying out on the mat. With your legs straight out, your hands are alongside your body. So we're going to get some energy into our bodies and start our energizing move. So inhale and reach your hands up and overhead, reaching away with the fingers and the toes. Exhale, release the hands back to the mat. Let's do that once more. Inhale and reach. Paying attention to your lower back here, trying not to arch it away. Exhale and release. Inhale and reach. Exhale and release. Inhale and reach, and this time leave your hands resting on the mat above your head. Exhale and release. So this time as you inhale, send opposite hand and leg. So reach right hand, left leg out along the mat. Exhale and release. Inhale and reach. So you're pointing your fingers and your toes, creating that diagonal stretch. Exhale and release. Once more on each side. Inhale and reach. Exhale and release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And then inhale and bend your knees and place your feet on the floor as you exhale. So we've got bent knees. So cross your legs at the knees and just bring your feet as close to your hands as you can. You might need to lift your head and shoulders up and just catch hold of your feet or your ankles and then allow your feet to rest down towards the mat. So breathe in here, exhaling and focusing on that stretch that you're getting in the top leg. And see if you can allow your lower back to drop down to the mat. And also your shoulders, release your shoulders. So taking a few breaths here. Using that exhalation to ease into this pose. It might feel a little bit stiff when you first get into it, but with each exhalation, just letting go. And then with your next inhalation, bring your knees up over your chest, release that cross and send them in the other direction and catch hold of your feet once more. And as you exhale, place the feet down on the mat. So with different stretch in the front of the thigh that's resting on the top. So in my case, my left leg is resting over the top of my right leg. Thinking about that lower back again, trying to ease it down towards the mat and relax the shoulders. Keep breathing. Use that exhalation. And then inhale, bring your knees back up and over your chest. And as you exhale, send your feet up to the ceiling and send your hands up to the ceiling. So your palms are facing each other and your fingers are stretched out and the soles of the feet are pressing up as if you're trying to stamp your feet on the ceiling. So feel how the whole of your back should now be resting in the mat. So your shoulders will come up and away from the mat here, but try and find some softness in those shoulders. Just breathing in, breathing out, reaching away with the feet and the hands. And now allow your feet to drop out to the side and take your hands to the insides of your thighs. So you're encouraging the legs to open out in that V shape. Really feel the connection with the back of your pelvis into the mat. The whole of the back should be resting on the mat. Using your breath once more. Inhaling. Exhaling with the legs drop any wider. So nice stretch for the inner groins. Don't create tension in your shoulders. Just allow your hands to rest inside the legs, just encouraging the legs to open a little wider. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring your legs back to center. Release your hands. Take your hands just out on the mat in a T shape, palms facing down. And just do the cycling action with your legs. So sending one leg away as you draw the other one in. Thinking again about that lower back. So we're keeping the lower back in contact with the mat at all times. As you draw your knees in, you can really feel that added strength in your abs, so into your tummy muscles as you pull the knee in. And then change the direction of the cycling. So reverse it, you're cycling backwards now. Well done. And now hug your knees up and over your chest. Have a little roll from side to side. And then take your hands at the backs of your thighs and start to roll along the mat. Just go very slowly to start with, easing into this roll until eventually you bring the whole of the spine into the movement. And it brings you up to seated. So plant your feet on the mat, draw your hands around your shins and drop your head. Cosmic egg, except we'll call it Easter egg today. So drop your nose towards your knees. Can you feel that stretch through the back of the neck and into the shoulders? Okay, releasing your hands. Just take yourself towards the back of your mat and bring yourself into a kneeling position. We're just going to do some kneeling salutes to get some more fluidity into the body before we do our sun salutations. So from this kneeling position, and if this is uncomfortable for you, you can take a block under your hips. So find this kneeling position, hands to the heart center, shoulders are down and relaxed, straight spine, tummy muscles engaged. Inhale and reach your hands up and overhead. Turn your palms to face forward. And as you exhale, just reach the hands out in front of you, plant them down on the mat. You're in swan position. Inhale, bring yourself up into all fours. So realign your knees so that they're under your hips. Hands are under your shoulders. Find that straight spine. Send the top of the head out in front of you. Inhale. As you exhale, round your back up into cat. Drop your head towards the mat. Really open through the backs of the shoulders. Tuck the hips under. Inhale. Exhale to move. So lead with your chin and your chest. Tilt your pelvis up to the ceiling. You're in cow pose. Just lengthening through the neck. Don't crunch those vertebrae at the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Feel that you're pressing into the mat and open the shoulders. Inhale, exhale to cow. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale to cat. Inhale, exhale to cow. Inhale, bring yourself back to all fours with the flat back, toes into the mat. As you exhale, lift your knees and your hips, drop your head through your arms. Just have your ears in line with your inner arms. Bring your feet in a little closer if you need to, so you're in downward facing dog, and walk the feet. One then the other, easing into the backs of the legs. Stretching those hamstrings. And then allow the heels to rest on the mat. Taking a breath here. As you inhale, Shift your weight forward through your hands, roll over your feet, knees come to the mat. You're in up dog. So lifting through the front of the chest, relax those shoulders down, lift the head and the neck out of the shoulders. And if this is too much for you, you can take your hips down and come into low cobra. Inhale, exhale, lifting up and away from the mat, back into all fours. Check that alignment once more. Your hands are planted, your knees are under your hips. 3 more cat-cows, so take a breath in, exhale to cat. Inhale, exhale to cow. Inhale, exhale to cat. Inhale, exhale to cow. Inhale, exhale to cat. Inhale, exhale to cow. Inhale, bring yourself back to all fours. So plant those hands. As you exhale, just send your hips back to your heels. Leave your hands where they are. Reaching along the mat, you're back into swan. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhalation, lift your hands up, reaching up to the ceiling. Palms are facing forward. Exhale, turn the palms to face each other, bring them down to the heart center. One full round of kneeling salute. We're going to do that once more. So just let your breath settle. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Turn your palms to face forward. Exhale, send them to the mat. Inhale, lift yourself up into all fours. Realign, make sure your hands and your knees are in alignment. Taking a breath in here. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Really move that spine. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Inhale, come back to all fours. Exhale, toes into the mat. Lift your knees and hips, downward facing dog. Just take a breath here. In and out. Inhale and shift your weight forward. Take your knees to the mat, hips down as well if you want to come to cobra, otherwise upward facing dog. Lifting out of those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale back to all fours. Checking that alignment. Bring your knees in a little closer if you need to. 3 more cat-cows. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Make these really good. So press into the mat with the hands and really open up. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale to cow. Inhale, bring yourself back into alignment and exhale, sit back onto your heels, reaching the hands forward. Inhale, lift the hands up, palms still facing forward. Exhale, turn them to face each other, bring them down to the heart center. Well done. So hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit looser, a little bit more warmed up. So just bring yourself into bridge position. So we're coming back to semi-supine, and I just want you to grab a block or a book and place it between your thighs, and then come down to the mat into bridge. So you're holding this block between the inner thighs. So find this bridge position, allow the lower back to drop into the mat. Hands are just resting alongside your body. So I want you to feel how the inner thighs feel, how the thighs are feeling by holding this block in place. Engage your tummy muscles. Inhale, and as you exhale, start to lift your hips away from the mat, keeping hold of that block, coming up into bridge. Inhale, exhale and release. So keep that feeling in the thighs, in the legs, keep that strength. And I want you to remember that feeling when we come to do our sun salutations, that strength in your legs. Inhale, exhale, lifting the thighs up and away. Inhale, exhale and release. Once more. Inhale, exhale, lift those legs, lift the thighs, squeeze the block. You can feel it into your glutes and into your buttocks as well. Inhale, exhale, release. Well done. So we take the block, take it to one side, just hug your knees up and over your chest once more. Just have a little massage and roll yourself back up to seated. So we're going to bring ourselves up off the mat. So from this seated position, just cross your feet, bring your feet in and underneath your hips, take your hands forward, release your legs. You're coming up into a forward fold, walk your hands back. Or just come up from the mat, whichever way feels good for you. So everybody feeling okay? Good. So we're going to go to the back of the mat to do our sun salutations. So stand at the back, find your Tadasana, standing up straight and tall. So your feet are hip distance apart and have the toes really spread out wide on the mat. Feel that connection. Engage the thighs, soften the knees, relax your shoulders. So your tummy muscles are engaged, just keeping you in this strong Tadasana, mountain pose. So Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach your hands up. Palms are coming towards each other. Take your gaze to your palms. Exhale as you draw the hands down through the midline, bend the knees and the hips, come down to a forward fold, Uttanasana. So go easy on yourself. Have some softness in your knees. Inhale and slide your hands up to your shins. Find that half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, Exhale, take your hands back to the mat. Uttanasana, drop your head. Inhale and walk your hands out along the mat into plank position. Balancing on your toes. Find that strong, straight spine. Taking a breath here. As you exhale, knees to the mat, feet cross at the ankles, bending at the elbows, lower your chin and your chest to the mat so your hips stay up. Chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, sliding through, release the legs. Hands are alongside the chest. Come into low cobra or up dog, whichever is best for your lower spine. Inhale, exhale as you roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Reposition those feet. Your head is through your arms, making that V shape with your body. Inhale, exhale, walk the hands back towards your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, slowly bringing yourself up. Hands are going out wide. Reaching up and overhead. Palms come together. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale your hands to the heart center. So Surya Namaskar A. I'm going to do that once more. So I want you to think about these moves, because I'm going to do it once more with you. Then I'm going to talk you through it. And then we're going to do one without any talking. So this means we have to engage our brains now and remember the moves. So breathing in, take your hands out wide, reaching up and overhead. Exhale all the way down through the midline, come down to Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head towards the mat. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins, half forward fold. Exhale, hands to the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands out along the mat, coming into plank. Taking a breath here, finding that long, straight spine, gazes to the mat. Inhale, exhale, knees to the mat, cross your feet at the ankles, chin and chest, down to the mat, hips are still pointing up. Sliding through, up dog or cobra. Inhale, exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head towards the mat. Inhale, take your hands out wide. Reaching up, slowly coming up from the mat. Reaching up to the ceiling. Don't crunch the back of the neck. Exhale to the heart center. So, do you remember all that? I'm going to talk you through it. So standing at the back of your mat, just see you all, I'm bringing you up on the full view. So standing Tadasana, mountain pose, strong and tall, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. Exhale, drawing those hands down through the midline, all the way down to the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Find some softness in the knees. Inhale as you slide your hands up to your shins, half forward fold. Create that long, straight spine. So tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. That's it, brilliant. Inhale. Exhale, slide your hands back to the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale and walk your hands out along the mat. Exhale as you come into plank. Holding that strong, straight plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the mat, cross your feet at the ankles. Bending at the elbows, chin and chest to the mat, hips stay up, that's it, brilliant. Sliding through. Inhaling up to up dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over onto your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, take your hands out wide, slowly, slowly bringing yourself up. Hands come up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale your hands to the heart center. Well done. So here's the challenge. I'll do it with you, but I'm not going to say a word. So standing up straight and tall, starting in our Tadasana. Now I'm silent. Well done, everybody. Fantastic. So it's quite nice to do it quietly, isn't it? And just do it in a quite a meditative way. So I think we should do a little bit more of that in future. So, okay, so how are we doing for time? We're just going to do one little balance before we come down to our key moment with the chocolate. So just come to stand on your mat. Find your Tadasana, find your feet, spread the toes wide on the mat. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Take your hands to the heart center. So we're going to come into our tree balance this morning. So as you inhale, lift your right heel and place it on top of your left foot. And then that might be it. That might be as far as the balance is going to take us today. Otherwise, find some softness in that standing leg. Inhale and draw the foot up to below the knee. or above the knee. Help it up if you need to. So find that length in the spine. Find your drishti, staring at your point of focus. And you can stay here, or you can inhale your hands up and overhead. Oh, lost it. Exhale and back to the heart center. Let's try that once more. Inhale up. Exhale back. And then slide your foot back down to the mat. Just have a little wiggle with the legs. Ease out the shoulders. And we'll try the other side. Remembering that one side can be quite different. So inhale, lift your left foot, place the heel on top of your right foot. So try not to dip over to the right as you do this. So keeping this strong, straight tree. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Inhale, draw the foot up to below the knee or above the knee. Help it up if you need to. So really try and send that knee out to the side. Find that opening in the hips. So nice, strong Virksasana tree pose. Find your drishti. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale to the heart center. Once more, inhaling up. Exhaling to the heart center. And then release. Well done. So take your feet wide on the mat. Hands to the heart center. Inhale. Exhale and slowly sink down through the center into your deep squat. Just have a little side to side movement, easing into those hips. And then very gently release your hands and release your hips to the mat as gracefully as you can. Well done. So it's chocolate time. So come to a comfortable seat. Have your layers on, ready for our relaxation. So chocolate meditation is just a powerful way of focusing in on an object. And it's chocolate for us today. It could be anything. You could have just any sort of inanimate object in your hand. You could have any type of food. I've done this before with a satsuma, where you open a satsuma and you focus on every piece of that satsuma. And it makes it taste different when you really focus in like this. So come to your comfortable seated position, sitting on your block. That's good for you. So to do this, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on a chair, or you can sit against the wall. So just make sure there's no tension in your body. Just find that comfortable position. Relax your shoulders down, so give them a bit of a shrug. Allow them to release. So take a small piece of wrapped chocolate and hold it in the palm of your hand. Just holding this chocolate. Look at the chocolate, ready and wrapped. Don't open it yet. Just feel the weight of it, the shape of it in your hand. Look at the wrapping. Feel the texture of the wrapping. Feel the shape of the chocolate. Look at the colors of the wrapping. Now start to relax your body. Take a few deep breaths. Start to feel your body relaxing as you exhale. We want to feel that our body is relaxed before we start our chocolate meditation. Take a few more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Let go of the tension in your body. Start at your forehead, your face, your mouth and jaw. Relax your shoulders. Sit comfortably and relax into your seat. Relax your thighs, your hips, and your knees. Try to let go of any tension in your body. Close your eyes. Lift the chocolate towards your nose. Can you smell it? Can you imagine how it's going to taste? Take your hand back in front of you. Now, still keeping your eyes closed if you can. Very slowly, taking your time, start to unwrap the chocolate now. Slowly picking a corner of the wrapper and peeling it away from the chocolate. Slowly does it. Savor in the moment when that chocolate is completely unwrapped. Now pick up the chocolate between your thumb and your first finger and hold it to your nose. Can you smell it now? Enjoy the aroma. Gently open your eyes and look at the chocolate. Really take in how delicious it looks. Can you feel your mouth watering with the anticipation of the taste of the chocolate? Gently close your eyes once more. Take the chocolate towards your mouth. You can finally take a small bite of your chocolate. Let it sit on your tongue and melt in your mouth. Notice the flavors from the chocolate become completely absorbed in what you're experiencing right now. Continue your slow, deep breathing and concentrate on the sensations in your mouth. Focus on the sensations. As you swallow, focus on how it feels going down. Notice how your mouth feels empty. You can now get ready to place the rest of the chocolate in your mouth. As you do this, try to notice how your arm feels as you raise the chocolate to your mouth. How the chocolate feels between your fingers and then in your mouth. Again, focus on the sensations you are feeling in the present moment. You can chew the chocolate, breaking it up in your mouth, savoring the taste and the feel of the chocolate. Bring your mind back to the sensations you can feel as you taste the chocolate. Is this the best piece of chocolate you have ever tasted? Sit and savor the feeling. Feeling that your mouth is empty. Remembering the taste of the chocolate, the texture of the chocolate, how delicious the chocolate tasted. One small piece of chocolate enjoyed slowly and mindfully, really exploring the taste and the feel. Remember how you really enjoyed the taste of this chocolate by taking the time to slowly appreciate it. Can you remember these feelings when you next eat a piece of delicious chocolate? Keeping these thoughts in your mind, slowly and with as little disruption as possible, lower yourself to the mat and stay for a few moments in your own space, lying in Shavasana. Start to bring some movement back into your body now. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. And as you inhale, reach your hands up and overhead and do a full body stretch, pointing from your fingers to your toes. And as you exhale, just allow the hands to rest on the mat behind you. Inhale and bend your knees. Plant your feet on the floor. And exhale, rolling over onto your right hand side. And just hug your knees up close to your chest and give yourself a touch. When you're ready, gently blinking your eyes open, bring yourself up to a seated position. And we'll finish with our 3 breaths together, taking your hands out to the side, sitting up straight and tall. Inhale, reaching the hands up and overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, out and wide, reaching up. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.